love you guys.
We love you too.
Jason, I love the new look, man.
All right. Well, looks like we're live. What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Collectitude Show, episode 4. My name's Adrian from Odd Couple Statue Reviews, and I'll be your host today. We've got an interesting show coming up. We've got heaps of topics we have to go through, but before we start, I think it's fit to go through the crew roster today. Starting with this guy sitting next to me, he's all right. We've got Jason from Odd Couple Statue Reviews.
Hey, guys.
Next in the list, we do have PJ SB from the Paradox Nerd. Sitting right there. How you going, PJ?
Namaste.
All right. And all the way in Washington, we have Thor Gunderston and Rodney Jones from Darth Castle. How you going, boys?
Stanley Cup. Coming to you live from the home of the Stanley Cup champions, baby. Holla.
Yo, make it rain, baby. Let's do it.
All right, well, so I was just talking about some interesting topics we have for the show today. I think we've got to start with some controversy of the week.
Yeah.
And that's relating to the sideshow. And
What, drama and statues? Never.
So it's sideshow relating to affiliate links with customs. Now, Jason, do you want to go and hit it away straight away?
Yeah, look, there's been a lot of confusion. People going right off the deep end, basically. Sideshow going to cancel my account. I'm like, my pre-order's safe. And guys, look, it's basically to stop people double dipping. So if you have a review channel or a Facebook group or something like that where you promote statues and you've got affiliate links for Sideshow and you help sell their products and you get a bit of coin back for that, I think it's 2.5% per sale or whatever. Basically, you can't promote customs or sell customs either on your review channel or in your group. So basically, you can't here's this new statue from so-and-so, it's an unlicensed product. If you want to buy it, get in contact with them here, and you're getting a kickback off it, So that's what this was all brought in to be. All it is just really a reinforcement of existing Sideshow policy with their affiliate links. If you look in the fine print of their affiliate agreements, full disclosure, we're not affiliates. We have no affiliate links or anything like that. So, but in the agreement, it basically states that, and that's what they're just highlighting in this. What do you think, Adrian?
Well, so you're gonna chuck it back at me. Well, man, you know what? I think it's reasonable. Like the whole drama. Like think about it. You get a licensed stuff as a company, and even as a licensee, and then you get people coming with customs, even though it's great work, it's just kind of going around the bend, jumping over the wall, So I don't think it really makes it fair for the whole market. And with all the pricing and it fluctuates, statue pricing, it can badmouth actual licensed products. As you see with some customs relating to sideshows, some people just start, it may look better in their eyes and start badmouthing some of the actual statues that are licensed from Sideshow or some other related companies and all that. But other than that, you can't really say too much. You can't really speak too much against it. You can't really do that. So, what do you think, PJ? Are you on the same lines with me and Jason, or do you have your own view? How do you?
I totally agree. Okay, hold on. It's mine. I don't know. There's a echo. Is that clubbing? I hear echo. Is that mine or? Okay. I agree with you guys.
The echo's coming from your headphones.
It's coming from mine?
No.
Oh. I was about to say. I wasn't sure if my headphones were loud enough, but no, I agree with you guys. Sideshow they have a boss too. They have Disney, Marvel, Star Wars licensee, DC, and they have to abide by their rules too. It's not just Sideshow making up rules and they have to pay these licensees. They have to pay all these fees. And if DC or Marvel sees that, hey, this guy's making custom and making this amount of money on it. What do you guys do in my licensee? Like, come on, they're not even paying for my licensee and making money off of it. What are you guys doing with that? Like, are you gonna address this issue, or are you gonna we're gonna take away our license from you guys? That hey, this guy's making custom and making like this. Basically, I just feel that everyone kind of jumped the gun. I don't think basically there. According to Jane Urso earlier this day, she kind of clarified is that you guys can talk about customs and post up their pictures and everything like that. You just can't sell it on your group or promote the sale of customs, and which I totally agree. I think Sideshow worked hard as a company to get these licensees to produce these products and stuff like that for us. It's only if you support them, obviously, you would support their decisions in this. But if you don't support them and you don't, you just kind of you disagree with this whole situation, there are people who are making custom groups now for custom statues. So, just, stop buying Sideshow statues and go with the custom group. You can't go in someone that's supporting them and get mad at them for supporting Sideshow. There are other options, guys. So I'll put it out to Thor and Rodney. What do you guys think?
So, all right. So I guess we got mixed messages from the Jane Urso email or the letter, because what I got from it is, okay, it says, should we expect advertising affiliates to reciprocate this support in their relationship by not openly allowing or condoning the discussion of sale of unlicensed, illegally produced custom items? So my question is, you can't talk about the sale of it, but if you put up a picture of a custom, how is that not promoting it? Because somebody's going to ask, "Ooh, where do I get that from?" So this whole, and let me back up, because I am not hating on Sideshow for any of this. I completely understand why they would want to crack down on this, because Jane Urso also talked about the profit. And that was one of the drama things that happened a couple of weeks ago, with these customs getting pretty greedy with the amount of money that they're taking for this stuff. And that's going to draw attention. It's kind of like if you're a little kid and your mom, dad tells you, leave the cookies alone. Don't mess with the cookie jar. And you sneak into the kitchen whistling and singing, "I'm going to get some cookies." That's going to draw their attention. And
you're like with a mouthful of cookies. You're like, "I didn't eat the cookies."
You're not quietly going in the cookie jar. You're making all kinds of noise and drawing all kinds of attention, getting the cookies. And that's what the customs are kind of doing. It's like you're charging crazy prices. You got some people making insane profit. That's going to draw attention. I do think what you were saying earlier, it's probably not Sideshow. It's probably the people above Sideshow saying, y'all need to crack down on this. And they're telling their affiliates, look, if we're giving you a piece of the pie for promoting our stuff, you can't go talk about this stuff too, because this is this is more than our competition. This is illegal, because look, I do buy customs too, but I recognize that, you know what, it's illegal. But so I can't hate on Sideshow at all for what they did, and the people, getting all hyper mad about Sideshow for it. I mean, what they did, they were in their right to do. If you're making customs, some of it is our fault for being so loud with the money and the prices and all that stuff with it. Now, on the flip side, I kind of feel like this. I hate having to buy customs because it's not convenient at all. I would rather be able to buy every single thing I want from Sideshow. Y'all need to be more creative. Y'all need to come up with more variety so that I don't have to look for a custom freaking Two-Face. Stop doing Batmans, like 5 Batmans every year, and Iron Man every year, and Poison Ivy and Joker, and the same shit every year. Come up with some new stuff so that people don't have to look at customs, because I would rather buy it from Sideshow. My most expensive shipping was $86 from Sideshow. When I bought a custom, my most expensive was $350. I'd rather buy it from Sideshow, but y'all aren't making, enough variety for people, so they look elsewhere. But as far as all the hate on Sideshow, look, I still buy stuff from Sideshow. I got 6 things I'm buying now. No, they're not going to cancel your orders because you get customs too. Now, if I was an affiliate, they'd probably be a little upset with me, but I'm not, so I buy both. And
But do we get the cookies? That's the question. I'm still waiting. Do we actually get the cookies or not, Rodney?
If you're singing, no. If you're singing, your parents gonna smack your hands and put that shit back in the cookie jar. Didn't I tell you to leave them damn cookies alone?
Like what he's telling you, Adrian, is basically don't be talking to Sideshow and saying, "Hey man, I like that one, but there was this custom one that was a lot better."
What do you mean? You mean advertise to Sideshow they should buy this custom piece?
Yeah.
There you go. All right, Thor, what do you think, man?
I mean, you got to think about the timing of this. Before you had a few customs and it wasn't a big deal, but now, daily you got customs, literally custom after custom after custom. And, you got to think the pressure is coming. It's definitely coming from Marvel, DC, Star Wars, all the, there's a Sideshow. You got to do something about this. But I want to see what's going to happen in the future. If this continues and they just keep making customs, will there be some legal, implications involved here, and then they really start people, Border Patrol really get tight because they they get Donald Trump, they get Donald Trump involved. It's fantastic. Stop customs, fantastic. Believe me.
Build a wall. Build a wall. Stop them coming in.
Yeah. They're gonna build that wall for the customs.
Pick the lot.
But but I mean, Sideshow, they got to protect their best interests, but I agree with him. I want a Emperor Palpatine statue bad. I mean, real bad. You know what I mean? So if somebody make a customs, I'm gonna buy it.
There you go. For the custom makers out there, you know how to get Thor on board straight away. Just make that Palpatine for him, and you've got him.
Yeah. I mean, but
Sideshow affiliate link on.
don't have one, so we're straight. But yeah.
Well, let me. I have a question though.
Go, PJ.
What is how much do customs charge, and how much are average price for a custom? Because I heard really ridiculous prices, like $1,000, $2,000.
What would a Sideshow piece go for the same scale and so forth? Just depending on the demand.
Yeah. Well, look. I mean, I wanted to shout out to some of the people in the chat here. We've got Scott Grissett, Charles Carosa, Omar Emperor, Leroy FBI, Scott Grissett. Someone mentioned something about it before too, and also Dan Dynamic Menace. He's a legend, bloke. This guy, if you want your custom head sculpts and stuff, is the bloke to see. So, and his Superman capes too. We'll plug that. Look, someone mentioned about the drama recently with Danny Ocean or whatever Danny Hines or whatever his name is. About charging money for the group, and you said Thor too about the money. Rodney and Thor, you were saying about the money. I think you're spot on with that. When they're seeing that amount of money going, that people are spending upwards of $2,500, and you see ones like Mad X Magneto
for one
going for
one statue.
Yeah. People are paying $4,500 for some of these old customs.
That goes to two sides, right? That goes to two sides. So if you're thinking
Dave Cassie, that was who mentioned it before. He was the one who said about the pricing, and maybe that was what was the straw that broke the camel's back. And I tend to agree with him. So.
Yeah, because look, it matters on what side you sit on the fence, what side of the fence you're sitting on right now, right? Because if you're thinking as a consumer with statues, there's people in the chat. Sorry, I can't shout. I was going a bit too fast with the show, but. There's a demand and Sideshow aren't meeting it. Someone actually mentioned that in the chat. And when I was looking at that, I'm like, yeah, it's true. But imagine on Sideshow's perspective, you're paying those fees and money and stuff to legally produce products that are copyrighted by, you got, DC and all that. So Warner Brothers. Yeah. And then people with customs come out, charging their own fees and absurd double, triple prices to your statues. Without any of that.
Well, then see, that's what Leroy's saying in the chat there. He goes, yeah, but some of these customs do a 10-time better job than say like Sideshow or some of the licensed factories. And look,
but do they pay the legal stuff?
No, they don't. They don't. This is the thing. What we're going to look at is artist perspective, right? So everyone's going to appreciate art differently.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So some people will look at something and go, "Oh, it's crap." You know, why would you buy that? That's not the way I envision the character, particularly when we're talking comic book characters and stuff like that. And then you get a customer and you go, and it's particularly if you've had a hand in it, you know, you've talked to the designer and, can you change this? Can you change that? Which a lot of the custom collectors do. You know, they actually put their input during the development stage. And when they see their input being put into practice, they feel invested in the piece. You know, more so than what they would with a licensed, big, mass-produced product. So,
like there's two sides to it, really.
Yeah, there is,
and it's quite a grey area. I'm agreeing with Rodney on this one.
I'm just a fence sitter. I take.
It's like what Rodney was saying. It's kind of like now a grey area on Facebook and so forth, like how you talk about it. Because when you kind of do talk about it in the statue community, you kind of are promoting it at the same time. Even if you're just saying how you love the piece, people will ask, what's the price? Where do you get it from? And all that information. So I don't know how that's going to seize up. Does anyone else have anything to put in?
Yeah, Dave Cassie just brought up a really good point in the chat there. The one thing that no one mentions is that the licenses almost never allow people to do it. A lot of people want to make statues and don't care about paying the fees, but the big companies won't even respond to their emails. That's what a lot of this has led to. And in an extent, he's right. I mean, unless you've actually got... I mean, look, I don't think Sideshow would have got the Marvel DC licenses they did if they didn't have the track record of their Universal Monster series and that they started off with.
I think it's just a quality control thing, obviously.
Wait, didn't they lose? I know Bowen had their licensee and they kind of like let it go, right? And then that's when Sideshow stepped in.
Bowen was experiencing some financial issues and he actually sold his license to Sideshow. So that's how they got in there, yeah.
And there's one other problem I have with the whole thing, and it has to do with the people that give the licenses. Because I'm sitting here as somebody who's a little upset that Sideshow aren't making enough variety and enough pieces that excite me. But who's to say Sideshow, you know, their artists, they're not creating really exciting stuff that gets shut down? Like, who's to say they don't have a back room full of ideas of statues that I would have loved to buy that, you know, they couldn't make because Disney or DC said, no, we don't want you to do that because maybe the character looks hurt and we don't, you know, we have our set number of rules. And for me personally, the way I feel about statues, I feel like this. If it's good enough for the pages of your comic book, it should be good enough to be a statue if somebody wants to make it. Yeah. So there should never be this rule that we can't put this hero in a bad situation. We can't make this hero look bloody or damaged. If you put it in your comic book, I don't see why you can't make a statue of it. So that's something I've always had a problem with. And right or wrong, well, we know it's wrong, but customs don't have to worry about that. If they come up with a great idea, they can do it. And so in some ways, I think all these licensed grantors, they shoot themselves in the foot sometimes, because I don't think the custom market would be so big if you didn't handcuff the artists of the companies like Sideshow and Prime One so much and XM. Yeah.
But I think that this is like a blessing in disguise, you know. Amen to Rodney speaking out, and I totally agree with whatever you just said. You know, I totally agree that, you know, I feel that if they stop making
PJ, you can always rely on Rodney to speak his mind.
Yeah, I know. I love that. I love that about you guys. And you know, if they stop, like you said before, making all these like Batman statues and, you know, from all the video games to, I don't know, like all these, do something different, you know. And that's the problem, is that we're getting a lot more Batman statues and less of other characters like Emperor Palpatine, which I'm looking forward to. I want the Mythos line to come back for Star Wars. You know, I want other characters to be done. I don't know, what's his name? I'm trying to think of the Star Killer. Like, you know, I want these statues. You know what I'm saying? But as a collector, I feel that sometimes it's also good and almost like a blessing that they don't come out with them, because I'll be broke as hell if they start releasing all these freaking statues and announcing all these things. Because then aren't they doing that now with DC line, like the Green Arrow, Mr. Freeze? I mean, how do you feel about that, like Jason? Like, do you feel that, oh my gosh, my pockets are hurting right now? Why did they do this to me? You know, all these characters that are coming out that haven't come out before.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like I just ordered Green Arrow yesterday morning. We set the alarm for 5 a.m. because I didn't want to miss out on the exclusive. But like
Jason, it's not how it's hurting his wallet. It's how he's going to explain it to the missus. That's the kicker.
I'm just going to get more sexy females for your mum to like. So.
Yeah. You know, for me, I'm running out of space in my room, and the next step would be like a storage space. So I'm kind of glad they're taking their time, and I wish that they would release something unique once in a while and not have a Batman statue every freaking 6 months. But I don't know. Like, I hope they're hearing us right now, and I hope the customs problem caused them to do something. Caused them to do something to fix this and give us what we want. I want the Emperor Palpatine. Jason, what do you want them to make?
Well, actually, I'm very happy because, I mean, with Prime 1, the only thing...
You're happy.
Look, there's only one line that I want that I'm eventually hoping that we do get a licensed version of, and that's the JSA line. The only other lines that I really wanted were the Injustice and Kingdom Come line, and we got them. So Prime 1 just announced they've got them.
All right, and never mind. Jason's a bad example.
I did want to say, Steve Rowe in the chat there brought up a very good point. Like you said, you'll never see a licensed statue like Starkiller. It won't happen because Disney have decided to say the EU no longer exists.
That's so stupid. Well, he's not canon.
I know, but
what about you, Thor and Rodney? Let's hear it from you.
I know what you mean.
What?
Yeah, if it was
I would want a Two-Face, a Jigsaw, or a Bushwhacker. All three of those are statues I would love to have. I need some villains for my Punisher, and I need Two-Face because that's my favorite DC bad guy.
How about Kingpin?
Kingpin?
We need a Kingpin.
I need a Two-Face. But
you've got XM Kingpin, and Iron Studios has done a Kingpin as well, haven't they?
I don't know if Iron Studios. I know XM done a King. Yeah, but I'm saying that, you know, I don't know. I feel like sometimes because judging from watching San Diego Comic-Con and the interviews with Sideshow, I don't know if you guys. Sorry, I thought I got cut out for a second. I think they have plans for like a 2-year plan for how many statues and what statues they're releasing. So who knows? They might come up. They might be listening, and they might listen to us and make their own like Kingpin version.
Okay.
So look, PJ, you're 100% right there with like the time scale on that to actually make this. Like we get these things that. Okay, we see the art. Oh, okay, they're making it now. It should be ready in 6 months. Nah, man, nah. Like when we were there, we saw the Green Arrow. Like, you know, that was getting its principal photography done. Like the first prototype and everything was there.
And Jason was in the schooling.
And I was like ready to push Adrian and steal it and run out the door.
But, you just lost your affiliate link. There you go.
No, but it's basically like the thing was it took. It's just come up for pre-order now. Now we saw that in end of March. Right?
Yeah.
So it's just come up for pre-order now. Pre-ordered it yesterday, and it's not due until this time next year.
Yeah, but see, the timing just shows how much, like, especially like companies like Sideshow, the time they put into their product. Like, quality control was everything to them.
Oh, damn. We got Mr. Gem Mint, Stephen Small himself.
Spin these stats, baby! Spin these stats!
All right, guys. Well, look, we were talking around this. We actually made our own topic. I think maybe it's a bit of time to go to the second topic.
Yeah, let's get
to the completely get off topic.
Oh, wait, PJ.
Wait, hold on. Just real quick. Thor, what do you want? I mean, besides Emperor Palpatine, what else do you want them to make?
Lando, definitely. Starkiller would be nice, but he's not canon, so you figure
he's gone. He's totally gone. Yeah.
I want them to make a decent. The Sideshow solo, I ain't crazy about it. I like them. XM, I like to see make a solo, see what they can do with it. You know,
yeah.
But, it's
How about Ahsoka? Right?
Ahsoka would be nice. I actually wouldn't mind seeing a Sabine. Sabine,
Yeah, I want
be
Sabine
pretty
too.
Yeah, so it's they out. Oh, Ventress aside, Saj Ventress.
Yeah.
Another one. So, they out there. Next up.
Yeah.
I'm
For
gonna make
me-
a quick shout out.
I think-
Jason's mom's actually on. Ellen, shout out to Ellen.
Hi, Mum.
And I don't know if Jenny watching.
Yeah,
Oh,
Jenny.
Jenny, my
Hey,
girlfriend
Mom,
Jenny.
what's
Shout
happening,
out
Mom?
Jenny.
Jason's mom, what's up?
And
I want
I interrupted PJ. Sorry, bro. What were you saying?
Oh no, I was gonna say I want them to do another Silver Surfer. I missed out on like the first two. I don't know how many Silver Surfers they came out with, but
And the Galactus.
I would like
I want a Galactus.
Galactus. I would like to, I want Galactus. What else can they make? Go their own Ghost Rider. I don't know. What else can they make? I don't know.
They
What do you
might as
think?
well get that one up right now.
You know what, though, to Sideshow's credit, like right now, they are starting to make some different stuff.
They are.
I mean,
Yeah.
like this Green Arrow, that's pretty new, even though they did
Yeah.
do some.
Like
Spider-Man.
Rodney, I know that you're totally in love with the Mystique with the pistols.
No, I hate it. I until they do a different Mystique with no guns, I will never care about Mystique again. I'm tired of seeing her with guns.
Oh, we'll get ready for the XM reveal.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I
I
saw
like that one better though.
I know, but they are.
But
you guys,
well, we
you guys
just
ready to look at some
transform.
statues yet?
I was gonna say it's like we just kind of have. I don't know. I guess we all agreed that like Sideshow has a certain. They could only do so much without being. They had to kind of enforce this, right?
Yeah, their hand was forced. I'm not too mad at them. It's just
the timing of it all is impeccable because now that the pieces, the custom pieces amount has risen and the money has become more significant. And I think they're getting pressure from above to
get
Get out that cookie jar.
No matter what you think,
Put them cookies back.
This is the bottom line, no matter what. So just now that it's become a significant amount, then we starting to see some steps being taken.
No chocolate chip for you.
Yeah. So
Oh wait! I know Jason's gonna agree with me on this one. How about Flash statue?
We're getting it. Actually, I'll tell you now. The DC lineup that Sideshow is going to be releasing is going to be extended. Already had that on good authority. Can't say from whom or whatever. But yeah, they're going to be rolling out the lesser known characters and stuff like that as well. So that's what I'm saying. The only ones that I'm really, out of everything I know that's coming ahead, the only ones that in a custom sense that I'd probably be after would be a JSA line. But are they really that popular? I mean, like, there's not that many people my age that are still reading the comics and that. Like, you get a lot of the younger guys now that are reading the comics and they wouldn't know half the characters, like, I mean,
see, that's a problem.
I'd love to see, like, Dr. Fate, Wildcat, Hawkman, stuff like that being
I'd
done.
like to see Hawkman.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Remember that custom we were looking like, who was the guy, the custom with Hawkman? And I'm
Stan
like,
Man Wong, last breaking his arms. PM me.
That was amazing, that piece. If they did something like that, that'd be pretty cool. Does anyone else have anything else to say before we move on to some statue pictures?
Actually, no, I do. I want to answer what S4G just said there. Buddy, I am 100% with you on that. We are not making up 3% of their market. We may do 3% of their market direct sales through their website, right? What they don't take into account is the worldwide collectors who judge a piece like, do I need to order through Sideshow Direct to get the exclusive, or am I happy to get the regular and know that they're doing, like, say, 5,000 of them, and it's going to end up in my local shop, and at some stage it'll be 30% off, and I'll grab it then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of us, and I think that 3% would be more like, yeah, no, that's right, Jenny, no cookies. But yeah, I think that percentage would be more like at least 25. I mean, look, let's not discount. We understand the vast majority of their customers would be retailers. It's the retailers that buy like 100 or 150 or something like that in one whack. So think your GameStops here in Australia, Pop Culture and Zing Pop Culture, you know what I mean? Like, so these sort of shops, they're the ones that order the bulk, like they're ordering like 10 or 20 a week or a month, where we order one or two every couple of months. So yeah.
Yeah, when you get the savings ready.
Well, all right. I know. Before we move on, just one statue that I really want Sideshow to do before. I promise you, this is really good. Jar Jar Binks, come on, please. If they do that,
Miss and not think so.
Oh man.
That's it. All right.
What about you, Thor?
happy.
Would you buy that? I can tell by Rodney nearly falling off his chair that it's right up his alley. I'm sure he's going to run out there and buy it.
Yo, Thor
does not look impressed.
I thought that was funny.
What do you mean?
Right,
But he is the
cheers,
best character
cheers,
in Star Wars, is he not?
But hey, let's be honest. If he had have been the actual hand behind the Emperor, that would have been very
No,
cool.
but he is. He is. I'm still waiting for Disney to let that happen. Just let it happen. All right,
I'm telling you, he was the Sith Lord. No one knew.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's so perfect. It's not even funny. It's not even fair.
Put the pictures on, man. Put the pictures on.
All right, so guys, we're on to the next topic now. We've got a bit off topic there, but doesn't matter. It's still interesting. XM Studio reveals. Before we go on, we got to do a shout out to Grumpy Bear from Statue Forums, and we also got Nerdverse on Instagram for the photos. So
yeah, they're actually at the cons.
ours.
Yeah, they're actually at the cons and taking photos. None of us have actually been at the con, you know.
So we're not stealing any
Yeah.
pictures.
I was going to steal yours, Alex, but the ones you put up were too bloody small, so I couldn't use them.
Shout out to Red Knight. Good coverage.
Yeah,
Red Knight.
great coverage from Red Titan over this thing.
All right, so Jason, cue the pictures, please.
Boy, Kratos over there.
So first we got the cap at our third scale. Well, we're going to start, Jason. I want to start with you on this because Cap's your favorite Marvel character. So I want you to go straight in.
Well, straight off the bat, what I do like is I like that they're going the classic scaled look. It's a bit of a mix mash of the classic and a bit of the classic and modern take. The one thing that I was a bit, they're using the base of the Chrysler building, which is for the base, and it's sort of been done already. Sideshow did that with their Bucky one that copped a lot of flack. So not really too sure.
So you say you would have key interest in this statue, or yourself, Jason, or what was
probably not.
Probably
I
not.
mean, look, I've got their 75th anniversary, the XM 75th anniversary one. I've got the
and you got one sitting right behind your
Allied
head.
Assault. Yeah, I've got the half scale. I think I've got enough caps at the moment, but yeah, pretty much. That's
What about PJ? What do you think, PJ?
Wait, this is XM?
Yeah, this is XM. It's a reveal they announced last night.
Oh
That's
shit!
on.
I mean, that's the classic cap that I want, man. That looks good. Oh shit!
Get this. The video that they had with the guy unveiling this and another one that we'll be showing soon. It was actually an Aussie, so I'd love to find out more about the guy. And apparently, they're an Australian company working for XM. So,
I mean, hallelujah, holla back. I mean, this is really, really freaking awesome, man. I'm serious. This is the cap that I grew up with. You know, this is what I consider my cap.
Yeah, very 90s cap, eh?
Yeah, awesome. Wow, this might be on my radar.
PJ, you reckon it's a get statue or a miss for you?
Oh, I mean, I had to see it painted. I can't say like it's a get. I mean, so far I'm like more than halfway there. Like I'm more than halfway sold on this piece, but I have to see how it's painted in the final product or the production pictures. But so far, man, this looks freaking awesome.
Fair enough.
And wait, is it a quarter scale or a third scale?
1/3.
1/3, yeah.
Oh, or forget it. My wife.
Never mind.
All right, so Dark Castle boys, what do you guys reckon? What do you guys think?
Well, 1/3. I can't do 1/3. I like the look of it. Really love to
You
see
need to
it
believe.
painted.
Well, come on, man. I don't like that attitude, man. Don't have
You know what? I can see a lot of third scales can fit on top of that lovely that Stuber unit you've got there behind you.
I can't do 1/3, but it looks good. It really does. I want to see it painted. Shield looks good. I like the.
Hey, Thor. Mate, I never thought I could do 1/3, and look, now I've got 1/2.
Yeah, no. That's a half. Yeah, no.
You should have seen unboxing that one. That was fun.
No, friggin' wasn't.
But I like the look of it. I do like the look of it. I just,
I like it. I really like it. But my favorite Captain America has always been the XM one where he's saluting.
Yeah, that's what I've got. The Sentinel of Liberty, the 75th
and
anniversary.
I usually hate museum pose stuff, but something about that Captain America that has always been my favorite one. With the base that's like a tribute type. Yeah, I love that one. So I mean, this one looks really nice. I don't have a hang up against 1/3. It's just that other cap that they did has always been my favorite one.
So. All right, so we'll move on to the next one.
All right, so next one we've got Juggernaut 1/7 scale. I actually like this one, to be honest, straight up. Straight off the bat, I like it, Jason. I don't know about you, but you know what? I haven't actually been a big fan of the character himself, to be quite honest. Actually, Deadpool kind of brought it back because I was laughing my ass off of that film, and I think a lot of people are gonna hate me for that. They're like, "How dare you?" But to be honest, I don't think I could get the statue anyway, even if I want to or whatever, because Jason owns the man cave and I'm not allowed. He might on camera say it's our man cave, but it actually is not. It's a lie.
Well, actually, I think this one, because it's a 1/7 scale, will probably be about the same size as the Batman versus Bane diorama one that we've got.
Yeah, but am I allowed? No, exactly. All right.
Well, you know my policy. You know my policy on XM resellers. If this has a worldwide license and we can get it here in Australia, you can get it. But if we've got to go through some dodgy third party, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so Thor, Rodney, what do you guys reckon?
I really like it. I don't know. I mean, there's not much you could put it with, but I like it as a standalone piece. Yeah, it does look like it's probably going to be, something in the range of this. Can y'all see? So it's not going to be too huge, and since it's 1/7 scale, space wise, that won't be too big a problem. I love the dynamic action in it, and I think it's really cool. It's really a nice change of pace and new move for XM. So I'm curious to see what they do going forward with this stuff.
Yeah, I like the look of it. Dynamic. Usually XM forte. It'll probably, it'll fit in. I won't be picking it up because I don't have too many X-Men things going on in here. But
you can always sell that Ghost Rider, Thor.
And nice coming on with y'all this evening. So
Jar Jar Binks comment.
I could see the tendon start. I could see the vein starting to pop in the forehead there.
We can't miss out on PJ. PJ, what do you reckon?
It's a great dynamic pose, like you guys said, and for 1/7 scale, so it's definitely doable. My wife is not going to kill me.
Are you sure though, PJ? You have to make sure, bro. Ask first.
I know. I have to go through the boss first, but to be honest,
a night of passionate love making before you ask.
Yeah, definitely. But I have to see what Sideshow does with their Juggernaut, because I have a little room on the corner for that. If that Juggernaut turns out really well, I'm on that white on rice or brown on rice, depending on your diet. But
that one's gonna be bigger.
That was gonna be bigger. I mean that's gonna be quarter scale, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if that's the case, that's still doable. I just can't do 1/3 scale. It's just too big. That's what she said. But yeah, the 1/7 scale, that's really good. I have to see how it looks completely painted. But damn, that's what you want from a pose. You want that dynamic kind of pose. You don't want
momentum and the structure around it.
Yeah, badass. Juggernaut was one of my favorite villains growing up. I just thought
I love the fact that he's actually rampaging through the front gates of the mansion, and you can see the Xavier's skull sign and everything cracked up and stuff like that. So
I did the base really well. Kind of made the statue here already just on first glance.
Did you guys watch the old cartoon, old X-Men cartoon back in the day?
I don't know what you're talking about.
They had one before that, actually. They had 4 or 5 episodes.
Yeah, and then they had the Juggernaut rampaging through the man.
And they had Wolverine had to cut the helmet, and they pulled the helmet off. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
So yeah, so it's for me. Like I thought Juggernaut was badass. Like, it's like you gotta rip off his helmet to kill him, or beat him. So that's what. So I mean, I have to see what Sideshow does first, and then I'll consider the XM.
Yeah,
one.
I think that Sideshow one's going to be pretty nice, man.
Well, yeah, man, that's gonna be.
It's got to be better than the movie one that they did.
Oh, yeah. What the hell was
You've
that?
seen that one, haven't you, Thor?
You to get the XM.
Oh, that was shocking.
All right, well, cue photo, Mystique, quarter scale.
Mystique.
Quarter scale. Let's go. Let's look. Let's see.
Ooh.
Jason, right? You reacted first, so what do you think?
Yeah, it's very nice. Very, very nice. I think it's a bit more of a throwback to the. You guys will know this. Remember the Sideshow premium format, the original one that they did, the one where she's standing on the base of skulls?
I do remember that.
Yeah. Crickets. Thor knows all these things.
No, we're looking at the pictures.
But yeah, look, I like it. I like that she doesn't have a silencer on the pistol, which is really good. And it doesn't. It looks like a semi-automatic pistol instead of a revolver. And yeah, I like the broken X-Men symbol. I think this one would look good together with the 1/7 diorama one that
But see, if we're going back with X-Men, man, I just want the Juggernaut. Don't worry about Mystique right now. Juggernaut, even Juggernaut's small scale. That base, man, that base, I just can't get it out of my head now.
No, but what I'm saying is I think that they're meant to go together. They can actually go together. They display well together.
No, but you know the main cave was Jason, one only for me.
Well, what do you guys think, Thor, Rodney?
Are we looking at Black Widow? Oh, we're looking at Mystique. Until they do one where she's transforming, I'm not that excited about Mystique anymore. It looks nice. It looks like a nice statue. It's just boring to me.
Let me guess. You want to transform me into Rebecca Romaine?
Transform into anything. I want to see her mid-transformation into something. Anything but the guns. Like, I'm tired. When I think of Mystique, I don't think about guns. I think about her shape-shifting power.
Wait. Be careful, Rodney. You can't say too much on air, man. PG. We don't want to know too much of what you think of Mystique. When you think of Mystique, what do you think? All right, keep it PG. All right.
I have to go to her bathroom. No, but yeah, I would prefer something besides the guns. I would prefer her mid shape shifting or something.
I like to look at this one a lot better than I like the Sideshow one. I like how she's blowing the smoke out of the gun. Love the base, the School for Gifted.
Yeah, it looks like she just killed someone, eh?
Yeah, I love this one way more than I like the Sideshow one. So yeah, I like to look at this.
All right, fair
I like the classic outfit too.
PJ, do you have something to say? Yeah.
I
always had a thing for thigh-high boots as well. So
I agree.
Jeez, not
I think everyone's on the same page here with Thor. Yeah, PJ, good.
I agree with Rodney. I love the statue. It looks awesome. I think it looks better than Sideshow, but I feel that they gotta change it up. Like, a Mystique shape shifting into something else or someone else. That to me is like the Mystique I know and I want to see as a statue, because to me that would be an epic statue, and everyone will be on it seriously. So for this one, yeah, I like it. But I just felt like, they should have just done something different, because how many Mystique statues you see them blowing a gun or holding guns, or come on now. All of them, right? Come on.
I keep going back to that Bowen Super Scroll where he's got like one arm like Mr. Fantastic and another arm is on fire. You know what I mean? So it can be done.
That's one that I would love to see redone, actually. I'd love to see a quarter scale of that to Super Scroll. I think that would be fantastic, yeah.
Yeah.
Now that's something that's missing. They don't make a lot of stuff related to Fantastic Four too much anymore. You don't see any Fantastic Four.
Well, do we think that's because they've sort of killed the franchise with them crappy movies?
Well, yeah, but
and not to mention, how many times have they rebooted the comic?
That's true.
Well, rebooting it again in August. So
they never did nothing for me.
Geez, let it go, man. There was nothing wrong with the original story arc. I don't know why they keep stuffing with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's move on to the next one.
Next one, we got Gambit, quarter scale. So, Jason,
this-
yeah,
this
there we
gonna
go.
be
There's
fun.
a photo. Wow, I actually like this. I'll get to go first now. I get to go first. All right. Well, I'm gonna say straight away, guys. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm not really. It's really weird for me to go in this direction. Usually, you know, I'm a like hardcore, you know, Batman, Superman kind of. That's where I usually lean to. But you know what? The paint app. I don't know about you guys, but the actual paint app and stuff, and the you know, the actual stance and how they actually put up the pose and everything on.
Yeah, he actually looks like a dirty Cajun.
Yeah, well, there you go. Jason said it, not me. Jason said it, not me. I like it. I think it could be an interesting piece to have in the man cave. Like if I was to actually like consider getting into the man cave, that's what I'd kind of look at it as. Maybe I'd have to use that as my once a year I get a statue in the man cave. Yes, I'm saying it again, Jason.
You know what I just noticed too, but I think it's really cool. You notice that in the action where he's throwing the energy in the cards, that he's actually throwing a straight flush.
Oh,
impressive!
Impressive. I actually didn't pick that up.
I didn't know that. Damn, Jason.
Yeah, Jason.
Oh, shit.
Is that all you have to say about it, Jason? Is that it? That was your take?
No. Look, I think it's absolutely fantastic. I love the base. I like the way we always start at the base. But yeah, I've got to say, I really like. Look, the cards. Well, look, yeah, the paint app's good. I like that the jacket and everything looks mixed media, but isn't. You can see that it's polystone, but it's just the way it's hanging and everything. You can tell it's got to be polystone because you can see it doesn't have like the wires and that in it. Yeah. But look, I think it's absolutely fantastic.
Do you think it's something you got to watch out with the statue with like fragile cards?
Yeah, the cards. I think the cards could be a bit of an issue in fragility. But look, the way that XM pack their statues, they pack them like tanks. Like these things are straight.
It's not the delivery. Like you also got the problem of having it around. Like if you're moving it in the man cave or your collection.
Yeah.
Like you know, it's like the one with Killer Croc with the Swarm.
I think the only thing that I can say probably negative about this is with the pose. Knowing that it's similar sort of poses to their Ms. Marvel one that they had. With the hand going up and stuff like that, you tend to find that they take up a lot more space than what you initially think that they will. So that's the only thing I can fold on it. Up to that, this thing looks amazing.
PJ, hit it.
PJ, all up to you, buddy. What do you reckon?
I fucking love it.
Done. All right, Thor, Rodney, what do you think?
And we just lost our PG rating, guys.
Sorry. I mean, come on. What's our demographic? Like, what, 28 to 50? Come on. I can first. No, I was kidding. Basically, I just wish that Sideshow would take a little, a little lesson in terms of posing. Like, I feel like dynamic poses make or break a statue. And Gambit is such a perfect example. Because, what other statue or Gambit statue, where you see him throwing his cards is either holding his cards, right? Or just doing a museum pose. So I feel this one, I mean, with him throwing like the cards, that's the Gambit I know. The Gambit I wanted to see in statue form, and I think XM did an awesome job with it. Like you said with the packaging, there's no question. Like XM Studios does an amazing job with their packaging. Like that thing is like peace of mind, and that's what a lot of statue collectors want is peace of mind when they get their statue. So I have no issue with the cars. I don't think that should be an issue. And I feel like the quality of their statue. I don't know what did they use to make their statue. I know it's I forgot the name of that material that they use, but it's let's put it this way: peace of mind.
Porcelain.
Yeah. So that thing is like, I'm telling you, nothing is too fragile. Nothing's gonna snap off. So, yeah. So I love this Gambit statue. It is a beautiful Gambit statue. So I don't know. Thor, Rodney, what do you guys think?
You want me to go first, or you want to go?
I mean, I'll be the party pooper.
This is his favorite X-Men character.
Yeah, Gambit is my favorite X-Men character. All right, let me start. The things I really like about the statue, I love the arc of the cards. I I love the way the jacket looks. I love the paint job. I hate the pose. I like it makes me think of Ryu throwing an uppercut in Street Fighter.
Oh, come on.
The pose.
Yeah, I see it.
Wait,
I see it.
wait. Rodney, real quick. How would you have him throw the cars?
Why is
Show
his
me.
leg in the air? His other leg doesn't need to be in the air to throw that arc. Like it doesn't. What is he jumping for?
All right, wait, hold up.
Now, for me, if the base was bigger, it would probably distract from that pose a little bit because the base to me is way too small. So like, and I want to like it because Gambit is my favorite X-Men. But yeah,
Rodney,
okay,
show me the money. Show me how you would throw those cards.
You want me to- he can just stand up and do it.
Yeah, see, you just did it. You did it.
Wait. Show us again, Rodney. Show us now.
The box right there. Hand me the box. No. Yeah, that box. Yeah.
Come on.
Here we have a deck of cards. Really? So, PJ,
He's gonna show you the pose, bro. He's gonna show you the pose. Get ready.
do you really need to jump in the air to throw cards?
Yeah, you're jumping in the air.
Show us how you throw the cards, Rodney.
What?
That's a fail, but I'm not Gambit. And Gambit shouldn't have to jump in the air like he's throwing a super uppercut to throw the four cards. Or
Full show us how it's done.
Come on, what, PJ? Who gonna do it?
Oh no, look, I like sketches. I ain't throwing no demon cards.
Go ahead, do your ballerina jump. You didn't jump. Where's the jump? With the knee in the air.
Come on, show us, PJ. Show us.
Do your ballerina jump.
I'm wearing pajamas right now, guys. I can't show you.
See, you don't need that jump. That jump is unnecessary.
If I wasn't wearing pajamas right now, I'll show you the jump. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, well, let me put it to you this way, boys.
All right, come on.
You tell me. You
Show
tell
me.
me. Does this look natural to you?
It does when Sentinels are shooting at you.
All right, Thor, come on.
I love it, man. I might get a lot of hate mail for this. I never really saw it with that sideshow one that everybody loves, the one with the cigarette. I never got it with that one. This one looks cold as ice. The paint job to me is impeccable. I love the paint job on the boots. And Gambit, he's a character got a lot of contrast. You got silver boots, you got kind of a purplish, pinkish, kind of, whatever this breastplate thing is that he has on. And then he's got like a kind of a grayish, thing. He's got his mask, kind of, cowl kind of thing going on. I love the coat. I love the pole, the way that it's like, it looks like it's actual steel. You know what I mean? And it might be metal. You know what I mean? I like the base, and I know maybe the base ain't big enough for you, but I like the paint job on the base and everything. I love it. I would even actually pick this up.
Like this is a piece that to me I would be scared for people to walk around because I would feel like it's gonna topple. I would feel like,
but you want it ain't gonna.
I know it's not because I'm sure the base is heavy enough, but because the base is so small, so narrow, I would feel like you walk by and it could topple over. And yeah, I don't like
You know what? I'm actually worried too that the Ghost Rider, the wheel behind you, someone might catch themselves on that. You should send it to me for safekeeping.
Hey, they might just set a bear by it and knock a flame off.
Somebody actually did that.
Come on. Well, come on.
Oh no!
Yeah, Super Bowl. My barber, I love you to death. We call her Harley Quinn. That's her favorite character. She was sitting right here, put a beard right here. Me and Rodney just looked at each other, and then she went to go get some food. I said, "Move that shit." Move. Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But no, I'm just is that like I don't know. Like for me, sideshow. If you need a poser, I'll pose for you.
Just no ballerina jumps. If you're gonna do a jump like this, you better be throwing an uppercut like Ryu or
with the ballerina stuff.
Dude, I'll do an even better pose. I'll do
Can
like
you
a jump
pirouette though? This is the question.
That's the question, PJ.
Do I pirouette?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah, I pirouette.
Well, there we go.
Got that.
New poser for Sideshow.
You know what? We've got a new trick of PJ on the street corner. For the next one.
we can charge people an extra $10 an hour with that shit.
I'm telling you. No, but Ronnie, you know, I love you to death, man, but
Hey,
that pose.
He crazy.
I don't think
Yeah.
so. I don't think so.
That's the best one I've seen so far.
That's me.
Yeah, that's the best one.
All right,
All
guys,
right, let's move on.
Move on to the next one. Let's move on to the next
For
one.
the next one, we got Cyclops quarter scale again. So
And Professor
and,
X.
we got we got Professor X quarter scale also on the same screen. All right. So right, left, right, Jason. Because they're on the same screen, if you had to choose one, which one would you choose? Straight up,
Cyclops.
All right,
Without a
that was a
doubt.
bit easy.
Yeah, look, I'm really impressed by this Cyclops, and I can see that. Look, I think what you were saying, guys, about the base with Gambit, you can see that it's a damaged Sentinel base is what they're going for all of them, so they'll all interconnect and stuff.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I like. There's two versions of this one though. This is version A, and there's version B where he's actually got his head tilted up and shooting to the sky, sort of thing, like more enraged.
Okay.
I like that one a little bit better than this pose. But look, the paint up is absolutely fantastic. Like when you look at the same, the blue that they're using is very similar to the blue that they used on their Thanos, and you can see we did our Thanos review just the other day, guys, and the one thing we mentioned about was the paint up, like that Alex and Gio had mentioned about with theirs as well. It was a bit dull, they could have been a bit more vibrant. And you can see here in the blue that they're using here, it is a lot more vibrant. Look, I like the LED features. Look, I'm a sucker for LED features, particularly when they're warranted. If it's a glowing
ever
fist
since
on
the
a green
lantern,
lantern,
that's what did it for you.
Yeah.
That green lantern. So anyway, back to this statue. We'll go Thor Rodney. We'll kick it to you guys. Both left and right, please. Comment on left and right.
I like the look of it. This is more indicative of the. This is more indicative of the one from the '90s. From the cartoon. I like it. I wouldn't get it because for me, I like my Cyclops. He's got like the hood kind of on. Now with his head out. That's an older look, Actually, in the newer ones, he had it too for a while.
Like the Ultimates or something.
Not the Ultimates, but like now, I think when I left off reading, he had like a hood on, but it was like an X or something. He had like on his mask or whatever. But I like the look of this. The Professor X, I think I prefer out of these two, but they got an option for like the wheelchair. I would like to see that.
Okay.
I think if I would have had that, I would display it with the wheelchair.
So is there a main reason for Professor X choosing that, like preferring Professor X over Cyclops?
Just because I prefer my Cyclops to have the full hood on, you know what I mean? But
they haven't made any one of them with the full.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. That's how I like my Cyclops.
You're talking Silver Age X-Men there, man.
Well, not too long ago they had him looking like that.
That was where he was when he was like a leader of the mutants or
right,
something.
Right,
he broke away from the X-Men, but it was more like a Dark Phoenix type helmet.
Right, yeah. But like you said, the Silver Age, I prefer him to look like that. But I know he.
So if that came out, that Thor, jump on that straight away, purchase.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Well, that's good for the companies. Shout out. All right, Rodney, what do you say, man?
Yeah, I think between Professor X and Cyclops, I like the Cyclops. I love the action that it implies, and I kind of like because this is like the cartoon.
Yeah, this cartoon.
I like the cartoon version of Cyclops, but now with both of them, and I guess this is an XM thing. The paint job is great. Like this Professor X, as much as I don't like static poses, it's pretty tempting. Like I love the way I love the way the suit looks, and I'm assuming this is all sculpted.
It is,
and to me, it looks great. But
hey guys, sorry to interrupt. I've got to actually throw out a shout out to someone in the chat. Aaron Ruiz, he wants to see one with a wheelchair with a handicap parking only sign. And Charles Carosa said to tell you guys, Bowen's as Cyclops with the hood on.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, that's the one I like.
Yeah.
Back to what Rodney was saying.
We'll see you New York Comic Con, Charles.
But no, yeah, I like Cyclops over Professor X, but I do like the Professor X too.
No, fair enough. I prefer the Cyclops over, but I think it's fair what Thor was saying though. Why he would choose the Professor X? Like, fair enough.
I mean, I do like it, but if it was for me to get it, I would like the classic look for me.
Fair
That's
enough,
just.
man.
But that's the thing with Professor X. There hasn't really been many Professor X's done before, eh? So
No, there hasn't.
I would want the wheelchair.
Yeah.
What, PJ? What's up? What do you think?
Well, for me, I like the point that the Thor made, like, you know, with the hood on, and I felt that should have been like a swap out head or something, right? Like another accessory.
yeah.
But I do love that Cyclops. Oh, that is the Cyclops I grew up with. That's like the 90s Cyclops, the Jim Lee Cyclops.
And PJ, already like here in Australia, you're starting to see people selling their Cyclopses here, the sideshow ones, for like $500, $400. You know, so
Yeah,
they're getting ready to buy it.
Yeah,
and I think it lights up too, right?
Yeah,
Oh.
And it comes with the exclusives. Got you can choose two upper bodies. One where he's like that pose, and the other one where he's like lifted more up, like the comic book.
Oh,
like
man,
the Death of Jean
dude.
Grey sort of thing. Yeah.
Damn. That is going to be an awesome Cyclops. I will. If anything, I'm going to jump the gun, and I would say I'll probably get Cyclops over Professor X.
And I'm not sure about the license for these ones, God. I'm not sure if they're worldwide or just Asia license or whatever. But yeah, we'll have to look into that.
Yeah.
But
I love that.
Don't worry.
but you know what though? I have to say is that XM Studios is like a perfect example of a company taking chances on characters that were never done before, like Professor X. No one's never. I don't think anyone's done the Professor X. I mean, that's in
Bowen.
that scale.
I think Bowen did, and that was it. No one's done it in that scale.
Yeah, nothing recently that I could think of, but yeah, that is an awesome Professor X. And if you're an X-Men fan collecting all of these, I mean that one you probably would have to definitely get, because there's no one else out there that made that. You know.
All right, let's
well, last but not least, we have Omega Red.
Yeah, this is one that we were all excited about when we saw the 3D sculpts. And now that they've actually brought out the first images of him, what do you think? I'll ask you first, PJ.
Oh, yeah, that Omega Red is hot. I mean, like
and
sizzling,
sizzling PJ.
This is what's up?
Sizzling hot, like
jalapeno pepper hot.
What kind of hot?
But like,
there you go.
No, but like, you know, oh man, I mean, how many of us have been asking for an Omega Red like statue, right? For the longest time. Like, I think the only Omega Red
PJ, I've got to honestly say, I don't think I've ever asked for an Omega Red.
What happened?
I don't think I've ever asked for an Omega Red.
Really? Oh, come on. Omega Red is like one of those characters like you grew up with and you love as a villain.
I think
for me, I think I had the toy back in the day, like the old 6-inch figure toys.
Yeah.
And I've never seen an Omega Red statue. I mean, has anyone else done an Omega Red statue?
There was a custom, but I don't think officially licensed, no.
We can't talk about custom.
Bowen did one.
Oh, yeah. True Thor, yeah.
Yeah, Bowen did one.
But I see, and that's the thing. I think that's what made Bowen such an awesome company, was that they took the chances on the comic book characters that we really don't get to see a lot of. And I hope that Sideshow does the same thing too at some point. But yeah, I'm sold on that Omega Red. Really, I mean, does it come out with any swap out heads or anything like that? I didn't get a chance to take a look at it.
Dude, with what you just said then, I've got to say you are so right. You know what I mean? Like, that's the last of the Bowens that I've got. I can't get rid of this because my wife won't let me. But yeah, like, who's going to make that? No one's going to make that.
No one's gonna make that. Come on, like Sideshow. We are listen to us. Like, I'm telling you, you listen to us, you're gonna make so much money.
Don't listen to PJ.
Yo, what's up?
PJ, I'll send you a break.
But I'm just saying, I don't know. What do you guys think, Thor Rodney? You guys know about Omega Red? Like, that's one of the badass characters back in the day, man.
Out of all the XM reveals from this thing, there are only two that really tempted me and really had me thinking, damn, should I get that? And Omega Red is one. Omega Red, like, he's a character that I've always felt will look badass in a statue just because he looks badass, period. So as a statue, yeah. Like this one by XM, this is one that, like, sometimes I'm thinking, am I gonna get another XM statue? I try to not get XM just because of the hassle. I don't feel like going through to get them, but this is one that tempts me. This one and Iceman tempts me a lot.
Oh yeah, actually, I'm glad you brought that up about the Iceman. There was a bunch of other reveals too there this week, guys. We couldn't get decent enough images, and the ones that I could find, I didn't know who they were, and I didn't want to just steal them without giving them credit. So give us some time on that one, and we will get some further images of that.
Yeah, I like to look at this Omega Red. I didn't get big on him till X-Men Children of the Atom came out back in the day. And I used to use him on there, and that's when I became a big Omega Red fan. But yeah, I like to. You talk about scared to display it. I'd be kind of scared of the tendrils. Somebody walking past, and
Wait, who the hell is walking past like that and around your statue store?
Someone that flinging their arms around.
They setting beers next to him. So I mean, shit.
So was this the guy that was Mickey Rourke in Iron Man 2?
Oh,
no,
yeah.
He was Whiplash.
No, he was Whiplash. No. Yeah, I was going to say.
I don't even say much
he was
about
Whiplash.
Omega Red at all.
But yeah, Omega Red. But I'm just saying, like, I don't know.
He wasn't in any movies.
I was going to say, Thor, like, for me, when someone walks around my room, man, I have a hand sanitizer ready for them, clean up, then walk in, don't touch anything, keep your hands to the side, don't move, You're
a rookie. Yeah. I got a full static clean room over here where we got to decontaminate and all kind of stuff before you even enter the kill zone. You see what I'm talking about?
What the hell? Was it like one of those things where like
no, like they got at the airport. No, that shit they got at the airport when they get on the computer and they scan all your shit before they come in here. You know what I mean?
CDC shit. CDC. Yeah. Someone walks in contaminated, the whole room just locks down. Got Thor in his hazard suit.
I've seen how UPS treat your boxes there. I would too.
Yeah,
exactly.
Oh man.
Well, anyone else got anything to say on Omega Red? I can't say anything because
it's Omega.
Honestly, look, guys, I'm not the biggest Marvel fan out there, more DC, but
I think you made that very
my
clear.
only experience really with this guy is the old X-Men cartoons. I remember an episode where he was in a submarine or something like that. But yeah, that was pretty much my only real experience with the guy. Okay, so yeah, I don't know too much.
So I'm guessing you wouldn't be quick to get the statue.
No.
Yeah. I think you're. If it's anything,
he's the Russian Weapon X, is what he is.
Lobo.
Because Jason's into Lobo heaps, so I don't know if that's got like some.
Nothing to do with each other.
No. Like in Marvel and DC, how there's like
rip-offs. No.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyway, let's go on. Before everyone starts talking shit about me.
All right, now we know what.
Wait, just real quick. I could one up you, Thor, on your decontamination. I'm gonna have like where you could wash your feet before you walk into my man cave.
Guys, I've got all my statues except for the top row hermetically sealed behind perspex.
Yesterday I got told off for touching it.
Dude, he goes, oh, and puts his hands all over it. I go, what do you do, man? And he goes, oh, but that's what the plastic's there for, isn't it? I went, not for you to bloody touch.
Hand sanitizer. Jason, hand sanitizer.
Well, next time I walk in, I need gloves. No, I need gloves. All right, Jason. Better.
But we're going to move on to this next topic. We know something we all watched this morning, or tonight for you guys, this morning for me.
Yep.
What got Thor and Rodney excited this week. So I think we all know what it is. Take it away, boys. Tell us all about it.
Well, I'm a big, huge Bruce Lee fan. And one of the statues I've always wanted was the Blitzway Game of Death statue. Already got that one. And then shortly after that, I found somebody that was selling the Enter the Dragon one. Now that's the one he's always wanted to see. For me, it was like, it'd be nice if I could get it and add it to the collection, but I had the Game of Death one. So I got the Enter the Dragon one, been waiting a week to open it up. And we finally got to open it up today, and it looks great. It looks fantastic. My Bruce Lee collection, I'm satisfied now. I'm very happy because as far as I'm concerned, Blitzway has made the two best Bruce Lee statues that are out there. Definitely. And I got them both, and I'm really happy with it.
Yeah, I mean, the thing has sweat on. I don't know how they pull that off, and then the blood from the scars is like glistening. And it's really nice statue. The pants are media and the socks are media. And he got the exclusive, so it's got like the claw from what's it got? Mr. Hand and Han, whatever the hell his name is. But this, you say you're gonna put what around? Like I would get some mirror or something. Put because the scene. This is from the scene in the Dragon when he goes in that room with the mirrors and everything. Mm-hmm. So if it was me, I'd go to Michael's and get me a couple mirrors to put around this and like simulate it.
When it's in the final display setting, we'll do the mirror thing. Right now, it's gonna go up right there with Game of Death. But I have it in a temporary spot. It's not in the permanent spot yet, so mirrors are gonna happen later. But.
Some guy video that we watched, he had both of the ones that he had. He put them in a window
in the skylight,
and the freaking sun was shining on. I was like, this guy is insane. You know what I mean? Because eventually, the sun burns out the paint on it.
Maybe he was somewhere where it rains all the time and it's just cloudy. I don't know.
He is crazy.
Mine won't be by a window, so.
Hey, real quick, Aaron Ruiz was asking if there was any nunchucks.
No,
not on this. Not on this one.
Yeah, because he didn't have nunchucks in that section of the movie.
Yeah.
The Game of Death one has nunchucks. Yeah, this one doesn't.
Yeah, no nunchucks. This one comes with Wolverine's claw, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, yeah, it actually is kind of like Wolverine's claw. It's almost like a paperweight. It's a big.
It's heavy.
Yeah, there it is. There. It's on the screen now.
What's that?
It's on the screen now.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. It's pretty heavy. Like I picked it up, I didn't realize how heavy it was.
The gold part is really heavy.
Yeah, and it's a nice little touch that goes with it. But and the whole statue, the body is one piece, so it's no switch out parts or anything for it. It's just one piece, and it's his iconic pose as he's stalking.
It does have a little seam around the head for some reason.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go look at the Game of Death one to see because there is a seam like under his jawline and all that, and you can see it. But you have to look for it. But yeah, I'm really happy with it. And, Bruce Lee complete.
Yo.
All right.
Yeah, right.
All right. So this is what got PJ excited this week.
Yeah. Well, hold on. I just want to say.
You got the handy wipes down there with you. Put your hands down.
No, wait. Just real quick. I wanted to say. Oh, you fuck.
I tell you what, PJ. It's starting to get me excited too.
Yeah, that's the awesome picture, by the way. But congrats, Rodney, on that fucking awesome piece, man. Blitzway needs to make more freaking statues, man. I could when I was watching your video, your live show or live video. I didn't know that it came with like his sweat coming down his freaking skin, man. That's that detail on that.
Ghostbusters, didn't they? Didn't Blitzway make those?
Yeah, Blitzway did do the Ghostbusters, but
they did it like it wasn't a statue though. It was like a movie scale, right?
Figures, yeah.
But all right, well, going back to Red Sonja, I am really excited. I got the.
Yeah, you are, bro.
You can't talk.
I'm not even go there. I don't know if there's any females watching this, but
yes, Adrian's girlfriend and my mother, so keep it clean.
Oh shit, yeah, yo, guys, come on, keep it PG, man.
Jenny, I don't agree with him, all right?
I appreciate the art of the statue. Okay?
Jenny, Adrian isn't getting this one. Only PJ is.
Yeah, I mean, but no, I appreciate. I mean, look at the detail on the skull that she's like crushing with like her sword. I mean, look at the red hair. Look at the beautiful.
Yes, look at the red hair.
Look at them two eyes.
Beautiful eye. Look at the eye. Come on, man. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not a fan of the exclusive.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, it is what it is. But I'm still,
Yeah, you need better the original. So I go on, PJ. Sorry to cut you off.
no, but like, you know what? Though, I have to say is that Aaron Ruby said the detail on that cleavage is so lifelike. Anyway.
Get the dollars out.
Where are you hanging out, Adam? Oh, I'm going to start hanging out there, bro.
Oh, but all right. So when Sideshow came to New York Comic Con, right, and they displayed this piece, I just kept on coming back to this piece, man. They had this and Aspen, and I have to say this one won it for me, man. To me, I think this is a lot more, artistic than.
Who's playing the strip club music?
Make it rain. Make it rain. Make it rain.
He's just noticing that.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell? Who the hell's playing that?
Of course, it's PJ. That's his corner music.
I'm saying, I'm serious. I can't wait for the statue, and not because
Hey, don't rub it too hard. You might break something.
Yeah, but all right, Jason. Sorry, Jason.
PJ's getting roasted way too hard on this one.
Look, honestly, with me, this week was pretty easy. I cancelled Phasma because of the delays and everything like that, and put that money all onto Green Arrow exclusives. So
Good move.
365 days to wait now, and I'll have it. But yeah, pretty much that's all for me this week. I mean, I haven't got anything new in this week. Who knows with the way that the prices keep going down with the statues I'm seeing local, and then I might be picking something up soon. But yeah, that's really it for me. Really, I think let's just get into the movie section now and talk about the big release.
Well, before we get that, I didn't show my interest of the week.
Oh, what was yours?
How much I can piss you off by touching.
Watch me touch you back. I'll touch you very gently with the back of my hand.
Abuse. Evidence now.
Hey,
one more
Adrian.
Yes.
for the movies.
Yo.
PJ.
Yo.
So, all right.
No, great.
Rodney, go.
So, got the bad news about Iron Studios Punisher. Got delayed again. So that's August, September. But Shin Akuma from Prototype Studio, that should be shipping soon. Should be shipping in around the end of the month. Yeah. Yeah, I'm collecting the Prototypes line in the 6-scale versions of them. But yeah, I'm getting Shin. And
I can't wait for that, man. That should be awesome.
Because that's the only Street Fighter line that like got my attention. So
yeah, I mean, for me, the delay of the Iron Studios Punisher kind of gives me time to up. So I'm okay with that. No rush, man. Like I said, I'm running out of room. Plus, I got Red Sonja to keep me company. You know what I'm saying?
I paid off my XMO.
I do have an announcement I did forget to mention. Next week, we probably won't be doing the show live. Adrian and myself will be at a 3-day event here in Sydney, Supernova, which is basically the big con that we have here. Hopefully I'll try and get an interview with Summer Gaia. People who don't know who that is, it's the chick that played the Terminator in the Sarah Connor Chronicles. So
how many
there? So I'm going to try and get a photo and stuff like that, and maybe get a little bit of an interview if I can. But but we'll see. Mainly there for the statues and the collectibles and stuff like that.
And more swords.
Wait, Jason, is that wait? Is that why you shaved?
They got you there. You got him. Caught out.
Yeah, now I just look like a dirty bloke that hangs out at local schools.
Hey, you said it. You said it.
Oh,
I think it's time we should go to the next topic.
All right. So this week we've got Jurassic World coming out.
Na, na, na,
Na, na, na, na, na. Look, also Prime One announced that they've got the license for the dinosaurs and everything.
So what are they going to do with it? That's going to be good.
Well,
That's
knowing Prime One, it'll be massive, but it'll be expensive.
That's a guarantee. So what do you guys think about the movie, though? Continuation? I think it's going to be good myself.
Yeah.
The last film, the Jurassic Park they did, the remake, obviously, I thought was pretty good.
Yeah, I like. Well, it's actually, this is the thing. When you watch it, it's not a remake. It's actually a continuation.
But it's like the concept for me. It's the different concepts, how they actually like the genetic engineering.
Look,
like
all I'm going to say about it is, who doesn't love a movie with people running away from dinosaurs? You know, and to cap it off, they're throwing explosions, volcanoes. Look, this one here, you know, big, massive shark gonna get the bloke surfing. Awesome, man. Love that shit. Who doesn't love that shit? You know, like.
Well, you can't really go wrong. That's just guaranteed.
Look, put it this way, I didn't go see Solo. I'm waiting for it to come out on Blu-ray. Sorry, guys. But this one, I'll probably go see. What about you, PJ?
I'm gonna see this 3 times more than freaking Solo. Okay, no, I'm just kidding.
Are you though, PJ?
I see this 5 times more than the Last Jedi. No, this actually really. No, I liked. You know, surprisingly, I was surprised with the last movie because Jurassic 2 and 3 wasn't really that good to me. I felt like they should have not continued the storyline with that. But no, this looks good. You know. Dinosaurs has always been like a part of my life when I was growing up as a kid. So I always loved dinosaurs. So again, like my kids loved the first one, so I'm going to take them to watch the second one. Hopefully it's not too scary for them. But I'm really curious to where they take the story. You know, I thought they left off in the good, you know, with a good ending the last movie. So I'm curious to see like how they're going to continue because this is a trilogy. So I'm curious to see how this ends to continue on to the third movie. So we shall see. I don't know. Thor, Rodney, you guys excited for this movie?
My wife more hyped than I am. I like the last one, but I don't know. This, I'm gonna go check it out. But they eating people. I seen one of them climb some little. They climbed in some little girl's bedroom or something. Oh my God! You know what I mean? You know he ain't really going. You know they're not gonna let him eat that child. Come on, y'all. So
R-rated version.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm gonna check it out.
And you guys reckon this could be the answer to what happened to Star-Lord after Infinity War when he disappeared? I'm curious. Like, I think this is not. It's too much of a coincidence.
Rex.
It's too much.
Yeah, I'm a big movie fan anyway. I watch movies more than TV, so I'm definitely gonna go see it. The thing about the Jurassic Park movies, though, what always gets me is why the hell do they keep going back? Like I always wonder what got. Well, no, the people. Why do you go back? Let them die, because apparently, I guess the plot now is they're the dinosaurs in danger.
The island
like,
is unstable.
Why am I going back there? Let them die off. But of course, I'm gonna go see it just like everybody else, and it's gonna be a big thing. And who doesn't want to see dinosaurs grab a body and throw it up in the air and then chomp down and eat it? I want to see it, so I'm gonna go see that.
Well, it's just like I don't know, people that watch Fast and the Furious. It's just a guilty pleasure. It's just one of those things. You know what the outcome. You know how it's going to be. It's not going to be serious. It's going to be just like a fun-filled, action-packed movie. And if you expect more, then I'm sorry. I think you'll be disappointed.
Now, Peppermint. That's a different story. I don't know if y'all have seen Peppermint yet.
Oh yeah, Peppermint.
Oh my God! Now the way you feel about Red Sonja, that's kind of how I felt when I saw the trailer for that movie. So,
well, since we going that route, what's this Hotel Artemis? Got my girl Sophia Boutella.
Oh yeah,
Hotel.
Isn't that part of like John Wick? I'm not sure.
Looks like it, but no.
I don't give a damn about no John Wick. I don't care about Batista. Nothing. I just want to see Boutella. That's it.
He doesn't care about Wicks.
It does look like it could be in that world, but I don't think it's part of the John Wick stuff, though.
Oh, okay.
Boutella.
what other movies are coming out? I don't even know what's coming out. Ocean's 8, pass.
Yeah, pass. Hard pass.
I like
Uh,
what's her face, so I'm gonna go see it. What's her face?
Dude,
Oh, come on, Rodney.
There is one,
No,
guys.
Rihanna.
They're doing the Purge the
gosh.
first year.
What's her face? The girl from
Rodney.
Inside. What's her name?
Rodney, are you serious?
Come on,
From
Sandra
Speed.
Bullock.
Yeah, I like Sandra Bullock.
That woman's 75 years old.
She is not no 75
Oh, my
years
God.
old.
Yo,
I
Thor,
don't give a
Thor,
damn. I'm going to see it.
Thor, how does this guy surprises me every single time I talk to him?
Why?
Like, what was he? He hates Revenge of the Sith, right? Or he likes Attack of the Clones.
I hate A New Hope. I hate episode 4.
Oh my
God.
God!
Yeah.
I hate that one.
Wait, he hates A New Hope. He wants to watch Ocean's 8. He hates the
I
new
like
Gambit.
Sandra
Set.
Bullock.
What's wrong with this guy?
Hey, man,
I like Omega Red.
All right. Thank God we can agree on something.
Peppermint. I like Peppermint. Wait till you see a trailer for that movie. You're gonna come back and be like, yeah, Jennifer Gardner. And
All right.
this makes
I
up for
think
her
on that
election
note, we
role.
might call it, guys. We're going
What?
a bit off track, talking about which is our favorite strip clubs and stuff.
Who said that? Oh no, don't get him started.
Well,
No, don't get him started.
All right, guys. We'll finish it off here. We look forward to seeing you all next week. Might be a delayed show because we've got the coverage and everything from the con. So we'll be at Supernova here in Sydney. Try and do some live streams. Won't be able to know unless the quality of the internet.
I'm back, though.
Did anyone even know it was gone?
Oh, don't be like that. I'm not going to actually forgive you for that one.
All right, guys. So this is me and Adrian signing off.
And the whole of Collectitude signing off also.
That's right.
And
Thanks, guys, for listening.
don't have an
Peppermint.
attitude, have a Collectitude. So,
Wait. Let me show you guys real quick.
You didn't jump. Jump with the knee, the high knee.
Rodney, how many times
Exactly. That pose sucks.
dude? I got pajamas. I can't jump.
No. Gotta jump. Otherwise,
I'll wear-
that pose sucks. You gotta prove to me that pose makes sense.
I'll show you next time. Let me put on some.
Yeah, make sure next time you do it, you got pants on, PJ.
Yeah, I guarantee I'll show you next time. Let me put some
All right, we'll see you next week,
All right, guys. Cheers, guys.